There have been some numerous films out there with animals and they use CGI to make them do some special things like, oh, I don't know, like maybe sing and what have you. And I just experienced that in Lyle Crocodile, which came out last fall and is now streaming on Netflix. But is this recent family feature a fun-filled musical that the kids can enjoy even with a friendly crocodile? Or is this just one croc that's singing off key? Find out right now in this spoiler-free review. Big D's! Entertainment rankings and reviews. So, greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Doyle, better known to as the Big D, and this time around I bring to you a spoiler-free review of the 2022 musical comedy Lyle Crocodile, released by Columbia, which I had just failed to mention is also now available on physical media, not just streaming on Netflix. So I humbly apologize for that. The film was directed by Will Speck and Josh Gordon from a screenplay by William Davies. It's an adaptation of the children's story of the same name and its predecessor, The House on East 88th Street by Bernard Weber. The plot focuses on a family who moves to New York where their struggling son befriends a singing crocodile and tries to protect him from the rest of the world. The film stars Shawn Mendes as the voice, or should I say singing voice, of the title character, along with Javier Bardem, Constance Wu, Winslow Fegley, Scoot McNairy, Brett Gelman, and Ego Nwandem. I'm sorry if I mispronounced the name. This film was released last October and did pretty well and what have you. Anyway, now I'll give you just a little bit of the story. Now we start with a charismatic magician in New York named Hector P. Valenti wants to try out on a national talent show, but is constantly rejected every time. But soon he wanders into an exotic pet store and finds a singing baby crocodile, which he names Lyle. And tries again, but unfortunately, Lyle experiences stage fright, and and if that wasn't enough, Hector loses his house. Yes, after he placed it as collateral for their performance. Months later, Josh Prim and his dad and stepmother move into the magician's house, a three-story Victorian brownstone house. Josh is initially terrified of moving into his new home and struggles to make friends at school. And one night he discovers Lyle, now fully grown, living in the attic. And soon they become friends. And so the fun really begins. Josh is having a lot of fun. And he tries to get his stepmom to, well, understand why even his dad, but they've got a little bit of an issue with their unfriendly downstairs neighbor, Alistair Grumps. But anyway, that's all I'm going to tell you of the story. If you want to know the rest, you must watch the movie. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and tell you what I thought about the film. It wasn't too bad. It was pretty funny in ways. Now, there was a pretty good score from Matthew Martin with songs by Justin Paul. With original songs for film that Paul had written along with Benj Pasek, along with Ari Afsar, and several others. So anyway, really something. Anyway, Shawn Mendes, who does an exceptionally good job, he's featured on 8 of the soundtrack's tunes, which include songs from ranging from Elton John to Stevie Wonder. And the soundtrack was released on Island Records, which of course is Mendes's home label. Now, as for the rest of the cast, I liked Javier Bardem playing Hector P. Valenti. Now, I know I've heard the name before. That's what I thought. He's recently been seen in some movies I've seen, like Skyfall and Dune Part 1, which not really sure if we'll see him in the next one, but he might be. We'll just wait and see. Constance Wu plays Mrs. Prim. Well, I've got to say, she's really, really good. Now, I sort of think, oh yes, because she's recently done some stuff, including Crazy Rich Asians and Hustlers, as well as she lent her voice to the Lego Ninjago movie and Wish Dragon, which was a recent animated film from Sony. And actually, I've been checking my source. She currently voices Daphne on Velma, the new HBO Max tune. I haven't watched it, and I doubt I will. Now let's see. Scoot McNairy plays Mr. Prim. He's not too bad. Brett Gelman plays Mr. Grumps. Boy, he's one. I won't really say it because I'm trying to keep this family friendly. Thank you. But anyway, and again, aside from Shawn Mendes, who does Lyle's singing voice, I gotta give credit to young Winslow Fegley playing Josh. He is absolutely amazing and what have you. I think he does an exceptionally good job in playing Josh. So anyway, I really thought the music was pretty good, and and the and again the movie wasn't too bad either. Anyway, upon its release, it did pretty well and what have you. The film went on to make 104 million worldwide, as it made 46 million in the US and Canada and 57 million overseas. Though despite the film loss to the horror film Smile when it opened, it still did well. Critics liked it as well. Rotten Tomatoes, where it had, well, at 72% on the tomato meter, says parents may not be beguiled, but this film is bound to make most children smile. Well, I do agree, but I really loved the performances and what have you. The Guardian says Javier Bardem marches away with the film as flamboyant failed showman Hector P. Valenti, next to his dazzle. Everything else about Lyle Crocodile, adapted from Bernard Waber's much loved picture books, looks a bit average. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, and there's lots of other good reviews and what have you. So, anyway, critics praised the visuals as well as Mr. Bardem's acting and Mendes' singing performance as Lyle. So, anyway, I think Lyle Crocodile would be one film I think you'll like and what have you. And if you got kids, I think you should watch it. The film's currently now available on physical media, and it just recently came to Netflix a week ago, so where it'll be for the next year and a half. So overall, I think Lyle Crocodile should be worth looking into. For my score, I'm going to be giving Lyle Crocodile 4 stars. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give it an 8.5. Yeah, that'll do it. So what did you think of Lyle Crocodile? Let me know in the comments section below. If you like this video, click the like button, subscribe, and be a part of the Big D Nation. And stay tuned for my Saturday morning TV log on Speed Buggy coming up tomorrow morning. So if you enjoy this, check out these other fun-filled films with animals with talents and what have you, or are pretty big. In the upper left-hand corner is my review of a film with an actual golden retriever playing basketball in Air Bud from 1997. In the upper right hand corner is my review of one of my favorites, Paddington, from 2015. Well, it came out in 2014 in the UK. Or if you would like more singing animals, go to the bottom left hand corner and see my review of Alvin and the Chipmunks from 2007. And the bottom right hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.